again, it is I, Derek from Tomcat Gas Training, and welcome to this video all about this. This is the ADEY ProCheck, which checks central heating water to see if it's good enough to comply with the new British standards. But before we get into the video about this product, please could you take some time to subscribe, because it helps the channel, and don't forget to hit that notification bell because you want YouTube to tell you when I'm uploading videos. And I think, as you're aware by now, I've no clue myself. Anyway, that's enough waffle and messing around, so let's get on with it and find out what this is all about. So, why do we need to start using this ADEY ProCheck test kit to test our water qualities? Well, there's been some changes to the British standards, and we've now got BS7593 2019, which is a code of practice for the preparation, commissioning and maintenance of domestic central heating and cooling water systems. So this tells us now that before we install a central heating system, we need to flush the system. Then we need to protect the system with magnet and filters and stuff. Then we need to put inhibitor in. And then after we've installed it, every time we go back and service the appliance, we need to make sure we're checking the water quality. As well as being in the British standards, this is also now in most of the boiler manufacturers' instructions now. So these kits are becoming incredibly important. So what's different about the ADEY one to everybody else's? Well, ADEY reckon this will detect anybody's inhibitor and check any system, no matter what has been put in. Whereas a lot of the other systems will only check their chemicals. So we're going to put it to the test, and we're going to use it here to check the central heating system in our assessment room. Now, first thing we need to do is get the box open and have a look and see what we've got in here. So we'll take the paper cover off. You can see we've got a nice little plastic case. So in the plastic case we have this thing which has the activation code which we're going to need to use on the app. So we need to go to the App Store and download the app. We can get the app for Apple or Android systems. So that's the first thing. Activation code is there, it's very important. Then we've got these cards, and these cards are reusable. And they give you quite a few anyway. How did they give us? So we've got 10 cards, and like I say, these are reusable. We have a clear tube for taking our samples. Also, you could use a turbidity tube, I believe, to take your samples, but we'll have a look at that in a minute. And then what we've got in here is the test strips. So we've got the test strips. I don't know how many, we've got 25 test strips in here. Now, this kit will cost you round about £120. But there are refill kits which I found around about £78 on the good old Tinterweb. So that's what it's going to cost you to be able to purchase this. I got this at a special rate from Install Alive a couple of weeks ago, and they sent me this through the post. So thanks for that, ADEY. So next thing we need to do now is get this app downloaded and fight with technology. So let's get on with it. Now, first thing we need to do is get to the old App Store. I need to type in ADEY ProCheck to be able to get it. There it is. We need to press get, and then you need to use my ugly mug to be able to download it. Once we've downloaded it, we need to open the app, and we now need to go and register with ADEY. Now, to register with ADEY, we need to give them some information. So first thing, I need to put my name, but I'm going to use Tomcat, and for my second name, Gas Training. So I then need to do my email address. So derekjrobbins@gmail.com, And then I also need to verify it by doing it again. That's that done. Now need to put my phone number in. And now need to make up a password and obviously confirm the password, but I'm not going to show you that. And then after that we need to put the activation code in, which you can find on the little piece of paper what comes with your pack. Once you've done that, you need to put in your company name, so Tomcat, click done, and there you go, we're now registered. Next thing we're going to do is press continue, and it asks us then to do a security question and an answer. Obviously I'm not going to show you that. Next it asks us to click on the emails, because it's automatically going to send us an email, so we can actually register now and carry on by clicking here. So that is the process complete. Now we've successfully registered with ADEY, we can now take a sample of the central heating water. So if you look at the one on the left hand side where it says it's okay, so if it's this clear colour or a yellow colour, because a lot of the inhibitors turn the water yellow, then you can actually carry on and do the rest of this. But if your sample looks anything like the other two, then you're actually wasting your time. You should consider telling your customer that the system will need completely flushing and cleaning before you even attempt to do these tests. Anyway, let's get on with doing these tests. Now, first thing we need to do is take a sample from the radiator. So we could do this from the radiator, or we could do it from the filter, or we could do it from a drain. So some easy way of taking a sample. Now I'm going to use a turbidity tube, so I need to fill it up to B. And what we're looking for is clear water or a yellowy colour, not a black coloured water. So that's enough for the sample. So you can see I've gone slightly over the line, I'll tip a bit out, but that's our sample water, which is like a yellow colour. So let's get the next step done. So we've got our sample of our water in our turbidity tube, or we could have actually just put it in this little tube. I've gone onto my app and I've come onto this front page which says water test. So I need to click on the water test. So the first thing it's saying is country or postcode or house number. So if you click on the country, it's either between the Republic of Ireland or the UK. So we're in the UK, so we click on that. Postcode, so because we're here at the centre, we're going to put the postcode in for the centre. And it says house number, well we are office 328, so that's done. And then it says find, so we click on find. And it's now coming up with flat 2 Good Oak Mills, which is the wrong address, because now it says manual enter it, so we can put the information in here. Postcode, it's in the United Kingdom. So it says address notes, which we don't need to do anything with that, so we can just put done, and then it says for us to continue, so we can continue. So it's now saying, is it a new installation, service, retest, repair, or none of the above? So we're going to put service. So once we've done that, we can click on next. It then says what type of boiler is it? Combi, standard, it says back, don't know, or system. Well, it's actually a combi boilers are attached to it. So once we've done that, we can click on next. It now says job reference ID option. So if I put Tomcat 1 in there, so it says the boiler serial number is optional, so we don't really need to put that, or we can even press the code and we could actually scan the code, the barcode for the boiler if we wanted to. Okay, so we can go on to done and then we can press next. It's now saying, is there a filter? Well, yes, there's a filter on there, so we can click on next. It's now saying take a sample of the water, which we have done, and it says we can either do it at the magnet or we can take it at the radiator. We can press continue. It's now saying place a sample against a pale background and take a photograph. So the turbidity tube already has a white background, so let's take the picture and says continue. So we've now got the picture. It now says is it clear or yellow, or is it orange or brown, or is it dark brown or black? Well, to me it looks clear or yellow. It's actually a yellow colour. So I can press that one and press continue. It now says dip a test strip in the water sample for 3 seconds and remove. It then says shake off excess water, ensure the test strip is left for 1 minute before scanning. Scan the test strip between 1 and 2 minutes after dipping. Please ensure suitable light location prior to scanning. So basically you can't do it in a loft area or something like that because it's not going to pick it up. So we need to get one of our test strips and we need to dip it into the turbidity tube. So I need to get it all the way down in there. Take it out, shake it off, and place it there. So, we're going to be now needing the card. So it says, continue. So we've continued. It now says, so it's even got a timer look. So we know we can't do it any quicker than we should do. So it says, allow the test strip to dry for 60 seconds for best results. Proceed with the test, leaving no longer than 2 minutes after dipping. So we'll just wait for the timer to go. You can actually skip this section if you want. Okay, so what we've got to do now is, it says, place the strip onto the test card, and it shows you where to put them. So, we need to put them in line with the charts, which I have done. So it now says press continue. It now says hold the square over it so it can take the pictures for 3 times. It says oops, quick rescan required. Retry scanning. There you go. So it's now come up with the results. It says inhibitor recommendation. It then says corrosion pass, pH pass. So it says insufficient inhibitor detected. Top up required using ADNC1 or equivalent. Ensure to circulate for 30 minutes in the system and test again. Corrosion level is low, no further action required. pH level okay, no further action required. Now, I didn't run the central heating system beforehand because what ADEY say is to take the sample cold. So I would have had to sit here waiting for it to go cold. But really, yes, I should have run the central heating system for 15 minutes before I actually took my sample, but I didn't because I wanted it cold. But anyway, it says press continue. It says write some notes, so we could actually write some notes in here. So I'll put add inhibitor. Press done. And then it says submit to ADEY. And it now says our test is completed, and then it says email results are done. So I can actually email the results. So I'll email the results to me. Email report, send an email. Now you've got to make sure you're connected to the internet when you're doing this, otherwise it won't work. And it says email sent successfully. Okay, so that's done. So press done. It's gone back to the beginning. So if I come out of there, go into my emails, and look at that, it's done my results. So everything is there. So all the water tests, all the results, even the photograph has been sent via the email. So that's how easy it is to do these tests. We can also go on the portal now and have a look and see if these results are on the portal, because that's where all your stuff is stored when you send it to ADEY. So let's have a look at that then. So I can actually go onto my ProChecker portal now and find out if it's registered it there as well. So I can either do it via this email link they've given me, or I could have gone on www.procheck.adey.com. So if I click on the link, it then brings up my dashboard. And you can see on my dashboard it says total water test 1, properties OK 0, properties with recommendations 1, properties due test in the next 30 days, and properties with test overdue 0. So if I go back up to my total water test and click on that square, you can see now it's brought up Good Hope House 328 Cross Street with an R, meaning recommendations. So if I click on that now, you can see it tells me when I did it, the date, tells me the engineer, the email, the time it was done, reasons for a service. They said it was a combi, it's got a filter, it's got a job reference number, it's got the address notes, and then it's actually got the results. It says inhibitor level R, corrosion tick, pH level tick, overall R, recommendations is the R, tick is a pass. And it says insufficient inhibitor detected, top up required using ADEY MC1 or equivalent. Ensure circulate for 30 minutes in the system and test again. Corrosion levels is low, no further action required. pH level okay, no further action required. And it even gives a location of the test. How amazing is that? So that's your ADEY ProCheck portal. Brilliant. So I guess I better put some more inhibitor into the system, retest, and then recheck. So better get on with that then. Now I've put some more inhibitor into the system via the filter. I've not used ADEY products, I've used another product, but anyway, we'll see if it shows up. So this is our new sample. I've run it for half an hour, let it go cold. So it's come up again, new water test, but you could see when we did it before, it actually comes up. So we still stay in the United Kingdom. We still want to put our postcode, and we still need to put 3 to 8 done, and it says find, and again it's come up with the wrong flat, but this time it's come up with flat number 3 instead of flat number 2. But anyway, retest, we're going to click on retest and show next. It says combi boiler, next. So job reference, so we'll put Tomcat and then number 2. Again, we don't need to scan the boiler, we can click on next. Yes, there's a filter, we can click on next. It says take the sample, which we've done, so it says continue. It says take a picture. So it's come up with the picture. Is it yellow clear? So it's yellow and clear. Press continue. It now says dip the test strip and wait for it. So we need to get a new test strip. We need to press continue because... So test strip out. Leave it. Okay, so now what it says is again, we need to place it on the card. Place it on the card again. It's a different colour this time. Press continue. And this time it actually says inhibitor pass, corrosion level pass and pH pass. You can actually see the difference in the test strips. So press continue. So again, all I need to do is make some notes. So I'll put new inhibitor. So you can see new inhibitors are added. Can now go on to continue. It's now saying the test is complete, and again I can email it to myself. So put my email address in. Go over and check my emails. It's finally sent it. So over to the emails, open up my emails, go to the right one, click on it again, and it's brought up my dashboard again. It now says total water test 2. We finally get onto it. Now it also says I've got 1 job's good because I actually put the wrong postcode in. So the app now thinks I've got 2 jobs instead of 1. So just make sure you put the right postcodes in, otherwise the app will make another job. So you can see that the second time around it's actually passed. All I've got to do now is figure out how to cancel that job. And that is the end of this video on this ADEY ProCheck. So, if you've liked this video, why don't you give me that thumbs up or leave a constructive comment down below. If you've not subscribed to my channel, then please subscribe because it helps. Don't forget to hit that notification bell because I've got no clue when I'm uploading videos. All I've got left to say is, thanks for listening, thanks for watching, and I'll catch you on the next one, guys. Cheers.